Super nice you are here. Sorry, Portugal is late. Let's start sitting. Find a comfortable space. Use a blanket, use a pillow. Long spine, resting shoulders, closing your eyes. Settling in for a moment. Letting your breath release, finding your natural breath. Finding these little adjustments that you find you're sitting a bit more comfortable.
Ja, normal.
Cyberspace is late as well, that's really nice. Don't worry. My sister is here. Everyone says hello. Hi Roy, super nice you are here, quarantining in England. So letting yourself arrive in your body. Letting yourself arriving in your sensations. As if you've been traveling around, looking around, finding a space where you want to be. And then you're opening, I don't know, a door from your apartment, from your room, and you're coming in. As if you're coming home from a long traveling. Finding this familiarity, your style of putting things in order, your smell, your taste. So letting yourself coming even closer. And maybe you can feel traveling around is very beautiful, looking around, having many impressions, walking along, experiencing this, experiencing that. And then you're coming home again in this beautiful space we call body, we call me. Where you are connected only to yourself. Sensing and feeling your environment. We do have this idea we need to be out to get to know what is out there. We need to focus outside. And it is the other way around. The more you're connecting to yourself, you're naturally sensing what is around you. You're naturally connected. No effort needed. Natural state of humanness is connectedness. This idea you need to connect, I need to connect, is already building up this separation. So letting yourself coming home. And for today's pranayama, we want to take the pramari breath, this humming sound in your creating when you're exhaling in your throat and in your chest, helping you to listening to your own self when you are breathing, to bring awareness into your body. As with this exhaling, with this humming, you start vibrating your cells and being a bit more aware of how body functions. And we want to start all together, and then you follow your own pace. It's beautiful. We have this class today connected with other people in their own homes. So knowing we are not just sitting here in this room here in Portugal, we know many other people on this planet at this very moment will hum with us. So you don't need to wait for anyone else to hum. Let's start together and then you follow your own pace. Start with a big, big inhaling. And take one more round. Sensing this vibration in this room, in your home space, in your body. Bringing your hands on your knees and taking some really nice big, big circles. Letting yourself circling around, circling into your back, side, folding forward. Deepening your breath, so you're circling from your hips, your whole body is rounding. Letting this circle grow bigger, really circling on your side, forward, the other side, and in your back. Maybe you can play with your balance, that you do not only circling with your head, your whole body moving. And the next time when you're folding forward, you stay folded forward, walking your arms as far as possible. Maybe you stay on your fingertips, making sure your spine is long, or your hips are a tiny bit more open that you can fold forward. Forward bending, introspection. Stay at home throughout this whole practice. No reason to leave yourself for anything. Inhaling, walking your hands back into your neutral, leaning back a tiny bit, letting your legs crossing the other way, other foot comes in front, hands on your knees, and you want to start circling the other direction. When you can't remember, do it naturally, and then you're changing side. We have always one side a bit more open, bit more fluid, feels a bit more round. If this feels less round, more uncomfortable, you're circling the other direction. Expanding your breath, liberating this breath. And your next time you're folding forward, releasing your arms forward, walking your arms forward. Maybe you stay long in your spine on your fingertips when this is good enough. Or you're folding forward, release. Taking two more really nice, expanding big inhalings. Softening with your exhaling. One more. Inhaling, walking your arms back into your neutral, your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, releasing your right hand, bending your elbow, reach with your left arm. You can bring your elbow onto the floor when this is available. You want to stay with your left seat. Breath. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, like you windmill your arms, your left hand, breathe, maybe your left elbow, stretch yourself out. Good morning. Breathing, saying good morning, even joining you in even more. Inhaling back into your neutral, bringing your arms on your side, walking with your fingertips, releasing your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhaling back to your neutral, exhaling left ear, left shoulder. Back to your neutral. One more time, right ear, right shoulder. Reaching with your right arm over and finding the outside of your head. Letting your left arm reaching towards the side. Breath. And then you're opening your palm of your hand, reaching with your arm towards your back, finding this sweet little spot in your neck. Inhaling, bringing your right hand on your right side. With your hand, bring your head back into your neutral, releasing your arms, walking with your fingertips, stretching out. Your arms and your shoulders want to stay down, releasing your left ear towards your left shoulder. Breath, reaching around with your left arm, finding the side of your head. Stay first with your fingers still onto the floor. Gentle. Lifting your right arm, reaching with your fingers. And then you're turning your palm of your hand into your back, reaching behind. And this is a very personal spot. You're finding this, oh yeah, here is a spot which feels really nice. Releasing your right hand, bring your left hand on the outside with your hand. Bring your head back into your neutral. Arms on your side. Sweep your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers, hands back of your skull, closing your elbows, chin meeting your sternum. Good morning, neck, shoulders, always super tight, carrying all this weight. Stay with your head where it is, releasing your hands, finding your hands in front of your face, closing your eyes for a moment. Introspection, coming home, staying home, the only safe place we have. Inhaling, bringing your head back into your neutral, releasing your arms on the side of your body, helping with your hands, closing your knees and giving them a tiny bit of a shaking from sitting. They are a bit tight. Remembering, we practice yoga to find a comfortable seat, to have meditation more comfortable, pushing with your hands, your flesh towards the side, letting your legs growing long, your arms over your head, flexing your feet. Exhaling as if you can lasso your feet, folding forward, pulling with your hands along your legs, the energy into your hips, over your head, and with your exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Folding. Inhaling. Exhaling. Folding. Inhaling one more time. Exhaling, folding, staying here, letting your toes floating towards the side, like we do in the yin yoga practice. Inhaling, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, come back in your sitting, bending your right knee, planting your right foot on the outside of your left arm hugging your right knee, right arm reaches around, find a nice good morning twisting, breathe. Flexing your front foot, Natalie, this is it. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral and taking a nice little counter twist towards the other side. Inhaling back into your neutral, lengthening both of your legs, bending your left knee, planting your left foot on the outside of your right, flexing your front foot, helping yourself, lengthening your spine, right arm hugging your left knee, left arm reaches around. Stay, and Natalie, see that you do not leaning back. Bring your hand a tiny, this is it, breathe. Front foot flexing, gaze over your shoulder. Releasing your shoulder, softening your elbow, Louise, a tiny bit. Yes, breathe. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, taking a counter twist towards the other side, back into your neutral, bending both of your knees, swinging your knees under you, coming into your tabletop, fingers spreading wide, knees under your hips, stretching out your right leg and curling your toes under, giving yourself a bit of a rocking forward, rocking back. Inhaling, lifting your right leg and gazing forward. Exhaling, opening your hip and bringing your right foot towards the side. Inhaling, pushing with your toes over towards your left side. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhaling back into your neutral, lifting your leg, gazing forward, and you're folding your elbows, kissing the floor with your heart. Inhaling back into your neutral, exhaling, rounding your spine. One more round. Inhaling, gazing forward, connecting your toes with your chest, opening your hip. Exhaling. Inhaling, neutral, pushing your leg long over. Inhaling in your neutral, gazing forward while you're lifting your leg, you're folding your elbows. Inhaling back in your neutral, exhaling, round. Inhaling, reaching, opening up, exhaling. Inhaling, pushing over to the other side. Inhaling, lifting your leg, gazing forward, elbows glued to your body. Inhaling up, exhaling, rounding. Releasing your knee onto the floor, finding your child pose, resting for a moment, integrating for a moment. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, spreading your fingers, lengthening your left leg, gazing forward, opening your left hip, floating with your leg towards the side. Inhaling from your toes, you're pushing this leg over towards your right. Inhaling back to your neutral, gazing forward, rounding your spine. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward. And keep on moving. Inhaling, you're opening up. And then you're pushing it over. Inhaling back in your neutral. Regine, elbows glued to your body. When you're coming down, gazing forward from your chest while you're lifting your leg. So you're coming. You want to find this counter, lifting your leg while you're folding forward. You're lifting up. And then you're rounding again. Taking one more round wherever you are, enjoying every little moment. Reaching over. And then when you're folding forward, letting yourself gazing forward. And your last round, you're finishing with folding your elbows and then you're planting your knee back onto the floor, floating in your child pose when you are ready. And Louise as well. Louise, when you're folding forward, you're lifting your leg, gazing forward, folding this elbow as if you want to come even more forward. Inhaling. Rounding your spine as you're exhaling. Beautiful. Knee, let's meet in your child pose for a moment. Inhaling, planting your hands back onto the floor, curling your toes, finding your first downward facing dog, paddling your feet, giving yourself really some super nice warming up stretches, your neck shaking, playing with your tongue, with your lips, letting your lips become horses 3 times, like one, next one. One more. Exhaling.
Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, opening your hip, stay long with your leg. And you're pushing your leg long. So you don't want to bending your knee here, what we do, and flipping your dog. You want to lengthening your leg towards the other side. So your right leg pushes over towards your left. Inhaling back into your neutral. Exhaling, rounding your spine. You stay in your down dog. Rounding your spine, your knee meeting your nose. Inhaling, gazing forward, and you stay in your down dog. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhaling, gazing forward, lengthening. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, lengthening, bending your knees, stepping your right foot between your hands. Long Vinyasa lunge, gazing forward with your inhaling, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, lengthening your front leg, planting your front foot into the floor, releasing your neck, using a block when you need. Breath. Squaring your hips. Inhaling, bending your front knee, curling your back toes under and stepping back, finding your high plank. Breathe, stay in your high plank, lifting your right leg, pushing your right leg, and then you stay lifting your leg coming back in your downward facing dog. Exhaling, planting your right, lifting your left leg, inhaling. And you want to stay in your down dog while you're rounding your spine, bringing your knee towards your nose. When you're inhaling, you're lengthening, gazing with your heart between your hands. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, you don't want to come forward in your high plank. You stay in your down dog. It's moving your spine, core working, creating more strength in your core. You don't want to come forward, Natalie. You stay in your down dog, really rounding the spine. One more time. Exhaling. Inhaling. And you're stepping your left foot between your hands in your long Pranayama lunge. First, you want to lengthening. Shoulders back, neck long, heel pushes back, chest open. Releasing your knee, releasing your toes. Pressing your front foot into the floor, lengthening. Inhaling, coming back, hands, bring your blocks a tiny bit closer. Yes, under your shoulders, really next to your front foot, curling your back toes under, and one more time in your long Vinyasa lunge. Then when you have blocks, taking these blocks away, planting your hands, stepping back in your high plank. Breathe, lifting your left heel, lengthening your left leg. Stay for one breath, and then as if there is somebody pulling you up from your leg, coming back in your downward facing dog, planting your left foot back onto the floor, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, releasing your knees, your toes, pulling your hands towards your heart, chin, chest, meeting the floor, inhaling, sneaking forward, rolling back your shoulders, lifting your chest, letting your arms walking towards the side, planting your fingertips, your elbows over your fingers, elbows in line with your shoulders, pressing your fingertips, making sure your 10 toes flat onto the floor, inner thighs rolling towards the ceiling, belly button, pubic bone. With your inhaling, your 10 fingers, your 10 toes flat onto the floor, lifting your heart. Exhaling. Inhaling, belly button, pubic bone, shoulders rolling back. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, exhaling, coming down. Keep on moving. 3 more times. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, coming down. Regine, bring deine Hände ein kleines bisschen mehr unter deine Ellenbogen. Du hast deine Hände zu weit. Yes. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming down. And your last time, you want to stay with your chest lifted. Stay and start playing with your shoulders. Rolling. Exhaling, feeling this movement in your ribs, in your torso, letting yourself creating a nice little dance from your ribs, from your shoulders, your neck freeing up. And with your next inhaling, you're coming into your neutral like a cobra, lifting yourself up. Breath. Exhaling, coming down, hands under your shoulders, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, paddling your feet. Breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward between your hands, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling, inhaling halfway. Maybe you can bring your left hand onto the floor or on your fingertips, or you're bringing your left hand, meeting your shin bones, bringing your right hand on your right hip and gazing over your right shoulder. Staying here, maybe you have a bit more space and you can lengthen your right arm towards the ceiling, using a block when you have available. This is always handy as well. This is it. Long spine. One more inhaling. Exhaling, coming down with your right hand and your right hand in front of your face or on a block, left hand on your shoulder. When your shoulders are a tiny bit tight, stay with your hand. Can come on the fingertips, or maybe when there is a bit more space, you can opening up. Breathe. Breathe. Right. One more big inhaling, exhaling, coming down with your hand, planting your hands on your hips, your elbows pointing towards the ceiling, letting your neck growing long. You always can bending your knees, supporting your lower back. Inhaling, you're pressing your hands into your hips into your feet, coming up in your standing, releasing your arms in your Tadasana. Sun Salutation, connecting, inhaling your arms. Exhaling, you're folding forward, long spine from your hips, stepping your right foot back, inhaling. Exhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, choose knees, chin, chest, Chaturanga Dandasana, or when you want to train, you're releasing your knees, you stay with your toes curled under, bending your elbows, stay with your chest, holding your chest, and then you're pushing from your toes, lifting your heart, your thighs lifting up. Toes flat onto the floor, rolling over your toes in your downward facing dog. Breathe, stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, pushing your heel, opening your chest, inhaling, exhaling, both feet stepping, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward. One breath in your standing. Long legs, long spine. Long legs, long spine, legs coming up. You want to come while you're pressing your feet, lengthening, arms, prayer, Tadasana. Inhaling your arms. Exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, long runners lunge, gazing forward, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, high plank, choose. Knees, chin, chest, chaturanga, train your chaturanga, releasing your knees, pushing with your toes. Exhaling, Natalie, spreading your fingers wide. Breathe, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands. Long runners lunge. Yasmin, see that you do not overflex with your knee. Bring your foot a tiny bit more forward, walking your toes, lifting your heart, lengthening your spine, pushing your back, heel back. Yeah, inhaling. Exhaling, both feet coming halfway, folding forward, exhaling. One breath in your standing. Exhaling your hands, releasing your arms. Keep on moving. Inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, your right foot. Maybe you want to folding your mat, making a nice little cushion. For your knee, gazing forward, crescent moon lunge, inhaling. Stay in your crescent moon lunge, making sure your hips coming forward, shoulders rolling back. Breath. Breath. Opening your arms towards your side as if you want to hugging this universe. Breathe, reaching around with your hands, interlacing your fingers, opening your chest, pushing your hands towards your heels. Stay. Maybe you stay, or you can bending your right knee, grabbing with your hand, your ankle, pushing your heel far away and gazing towards the ceiling. Breath. Exhaling, releasing your hands, stepping back in your high plank. Stay in your high plank, stepping your feet together, left hand on your left, in front of your face, turning your toes, side plank, inhaling. Lifting your leg, your upper leg when this is available, breath. Exhaling, release, flipping back towards your high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chin, chest, any variation you prefer. Inhaling, rolling back your shoulders. Exhaling in your downward facing dog. Breathe, stay in your down dog, balancing your energy, sensing your energy. Breathe. Bending your knees towards your chest, gazing forward, hopping, stepping, walking, inhaling halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. One breath in your standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest, releasing your arms, Tadasana. Inhaling, sweep. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge first, folding your mat when you need, releasing your knee, your toes, gazing forward. This is it, bring your blocks, rolling back, smiling. Breathe, stay, crescent moon lunge, inhaling. And feel when you're lifting up, you're opening up this whole front side from your knee, from your toes. Opening your arms, kissing this universe. Breathe. Interlacing your fingers, making sure you're swapping this interlace. Pushing with your hands, so you really want to squeeze your shoulder blades. Finding a back bending. Stay, or you're bending your knee, grabbing your ankle. Breathe. Breathe. Exactly, Lucy, that you do not let your head folding. Find length in your throat, as if you can sing all the time a really sweet, light little and it's not this is it. Breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, release, planting your hands onto the floor, stepping back in your high plank, stepping your feet together, right hand in front of your face, turning your toes, lifting your arm, side plank. Stay, you always can release your lower knee when you need, when this is too much. Or you can step in your feet, finding a tiny bit more balance. Or you're playing and you want to lifting your leg. Breathe. Breathe. Do not give up, Alex. Breathe. Come in your child pose, releasing your knee when you need. And you're flipping back, finding back your high plank, exhaling, lifting your seat with a big exhaling. Oh, letting the stress release, practicing. Maybe you need always available child pose. Breath, down dog. You can stay taking a vinyasa of your choice. Inhaling high plank, knees, chin, chest, chaturanga, Tadasana. Inhaling. Exhaling in your down dog. Breathe. Stay in your down dog, balancing your breath. Inhaling. Inhaling. One more. Inhaling. Exhaling, bending your knees. Gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking your feet forward. Inhaling, coming halfway. Folding forward. This time you want to bring your hands on your hips, elbows pointing towards the ceiling, letting your neck growing long. With your hands, you're pressing your hips into your feet, long spine coming in your standing, releasing your arms, stepping your feet together, bending your knees, Utkatasana. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, melting forward. Inhaling, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, open it 45 degrees. Second warrior, windmill your arm forward. Come in your second warrior, breathe. Making sure your toes facing forward, 45 degrees. Your hips are open, your arms over. Breathe, bending your front knee a tiny bit more when this is available. Breathe. Breathe. And from here, you want to start working. You're lengthening both of your legs, your arms meeting in your center. Exhaling, forward. Inhaling, keep on moving. Exhaling, forward. Inhaling. Exhaling, One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling, fold. Palm of your hand, flipping open, reversed warrior. Stay bent in your knee, Alex. Yasmin, front knee, stay bent. Inhaling back into your neutral, turning your torso halfway forward, interlacing your fingers, humbled warrior. Inhaling, exhaling, folding forward, arms flowing over your head. Breathe, stay, or you're opening your arms. Needle your left elbow under your left knee, finding a bind, reaching around with your right hand. Breathe. Bring this arm inside, and maybe you're finding a bind, reaching around with your hands. Look at this, almost. Breathe, opening your chest towards the ceiling. Breath. Inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hands, framing your front foot, turning your toes in a long runner's lunge, gazing forward, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Please pace your energy. You stay down dog, you find child pose, you take a vinyasa, you want to challenge yourself. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, and coming from here in your three-legged high plank, gazing forward. Stay, and you're folding your elbows. Folding your elbows, coming down with your foot, and you're reaching up from your heart, rolling over your toes in your downward facing dog. Breathe. Spreading your fingers, rolling back your shoulders. Yes, you are. Breathe. Breath. Breath. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward. Inhaling halfway, folding forward, bending knees, Utkatasana, taking a big, big circle, rolling back your shoulders. Folding forward with your exhaling, stepping your left foot back, open it 45 degrees. Left arm reaches forward. When you windmill, you're opening your hip, arms resting on air. Inhaling, both legs long, arms over your head. Exhaling, inhaling. Exhaling, inhaling, folding, stay, palm of your hand, flipping, knee bend, lifting, giving yourself a really nice opening. Alex, bending your front knee, wonderful. Breathe, bending your front knee a tiny bit more. Wonderful. Breathe. Natalie, bending your front knee. Yasmin, bending your front knee. Your front knee. There. Inhaling, coming back in your second warrior. Halfway, so 45 degrees. You're turning your hips forward. Your back foot presses, hips forward, reaching around, interlacing fingers. Humbled warrior, inhaling along your front leg. You want to folding forward and your arm over your head. Breathe. Front knee bends a tiny bit more. Alex, breathe. Natalie, front knee bends. You can stay here, or if you would like, you're finding a bind. Both shoulders inside, and then you're reaching under your knee and reaching around, opening your chest towards the ceiling. Back foot presses into the floor. Natalie, du musst dein vorderes Knie noch ein bisschen mehr beugen und dann bring deine Schulter runter. Über dein, genau. Und öffne dein Chest, dein Brustkorb. Breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, framing your front foot, turning your back toes, gazing forward, long runner's lunge, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Please pace your energy. Stay in your down dog. Child pose always available. Maybe you want to take a vinyasa, or you take a vinyasa, you want to challenge yourself. You're lifting your left leg in your three-legged dog, coming forward in your high plank, your three-legged high plank, folding in your elbows, coming down, releasing your toes, lifting your heart, upward facing dog, exhaling in your downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Breathe wherever you are. Come in your down dog, spreading your fingers. Breathe, rolling back your shoulders, softening your knees. Breathe. When you are in your child pose, maybe you want to join again in downward facing dog, taking one really nice balanced inhaling for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, holding, exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1, pausing, one more round, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward. Please listen, inhaling, coming halfway. Exhaling, folding forward, lifting your right heel while you're pressing your right toes into the floor. Your left hand grabbing your foot from the inside. Your right hand on your right hip. Bending your left knee and gazing forward. With one breath, you want to come in your standing, taking your foot with you. When your hands are a bit short, please take your knee. So when you can't grabbing with your hand, your foot, please grabbing your knee. Grabbing your knee. Lengthening your spine. Balancing here. You can play. Turning your torso towards your right side. People with a bit more flexibility in legs, you're lengthening your right leg, wobbly today. Breathe, and you're releasing your right arm, and you reach with your right arm into your back. Or you're holding your knee, and you're playing with your knee and turning. You can do both. This is it. Breathe. You can do it, holding your knee, and then from here, you're working yourself gently with your torso twisting. One more breath. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, grabbing both with your hands, your knee, lifting it up. Exhaling, planting your foot, arms on your side, inhaling your arms. Exhaling, folding forward. Come in your Utkatasana, fierce pose. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, lengthening your legs, lifting your left heel. Right hand from the inside, grabbing your foot. Left hand on your left hip, bending your right knee. Chest gazing forward, one breath, come in your standing. Please remember, always available, you're grabbing your knee. You can stay with your hand on your leg and try to reach forward. The more you're pushing your foot into your hand, the more you're finding your balance. Reach with your left arm over your head. Breath. Very good, Alex. Stay holding your knee. And then from here, you'd first turning your torso, breathing. And then eventually, you can opening your arm. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, folding in your knee, lifting your knee towards your chest, planting your foot, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, inhaling. Exhaling, you're folding forward, bending your knees, Utkatasana, inhaling, rolling back your shoulders, breathe. Bring your prayer in front of your chest, turning to your left side. Stay, or you're lowering down, right elbow outside, left knee. And you, Alex, when you step your feet together, it's easier. This is it. And then you're pressing both of your knees together. Look at this. Breathe. You can stay here. Maybe you want to opening your arms like eagles towards the side. Breathe. Maybe you want to find with your left arm, your right thigh, gazing over your shoulder. Breath. Inhaling your prayer. Exhaling center, lengthening your legs, really reaching from your feet, lengthening, exhaling, folding, bending your knees. Utkatasana, inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your prayer. Stay, turning, you can stay here. Wonderful. Or you're lowering down your elbow outside your knee. Breath. Find any variation. Raise your knees, want to stay bent. Breathe when you want to opening your arms like an eagle, or you're reaching around. Beautiful. Breathe, reaching around, finding a bind. Opening your chest, Daniela, opening your chest. This is it. Breathe, no worries, wobbliness can happen. Breathe, inhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, turning around, lengthening, inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, Utkatasana, inhaling. Breathe, stay, rolling back your shoulders. Finding softness in your fingers, lengthening in your spine. Breath. Exhaling, folding forward, melting forward. Uttanasana. Bending your knees, planting your hands under your feet. So your toes meeting, your wrists stay bent in your knees, letting your neck going wrong. Breathe. Bending your knees, Alex, first, this is it. Your toes meeting your wrists, toes meeting your, this is it. Planting your feet back onto the floor. And then from here, you can play, lengthening your legs, exhaling, folding your knees. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, folding your knees. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, lengthening, stay. Breathe. Breath. Bending your knees, gazing forward, releasing your hands, planting your hand onto the floor. Please take a vinyasa if you like, jumping back. Or everyone, let's meet in downward facing dog. When you want to jumping back, you're planting your hands, gazing forward, lifting your heels. With your exhaling, you're letting your legs shooting back while your heart reaches forward, folding your elbows, inhaling, exhaling in your downward facing dog, spreading your wings. Breathe. Breath, balancing your breath, taking your own counting or join. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, holding. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bending your knees, gazing between your hands. You want to walk your feet closer towards your hands. You want to take a nice little jumping up, finding your head standing. It doesn't matter when you only stay here. You want to spreading your fingers wide, rolling back your shoulders, your heart between your hands. You're bending your knees. You're walking closer. And then eventually, maybe you only can hopping up like this. Really only hopping up like this, or you're daring lifting yourself up a tiny bit more. 3 times with your left, right. 3 times with your left. Do not give up. Come on, try. Lifting yourself up, try it. If you don't try, you never will learn. Breathe, cool, very nice. Breathe. I know we feel like a big sack of potatoes. This bump never wanna coming up. Breathe. And when you feel you are ready, you're folding in your knees and you flow in your child pose, reaching around with your fingers, forehead meeting the floor. Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, your shoulders rolling back and down, sitting on one side, swinging your legs in front, like we started with Paschimottanasana. Maybe you can see a different arms over your head, bending your knees when you need. You want to have a long spine. You do not want to folding forward like this. So either you're bending your knees or you're staying sitting on a height. This is the alternative as well. That you're sitting a tiny bit higher and then from here you're folding forward. Breathe. Please don't fold forward like this. Long spine, belly meets your thighs. You can hug with your arms, your knees, which is a really nice pose to hang out here.
Just do what you can. I've been coming up with all sorts of ideas for it, how to make it, you know, whatever we can make it, really. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, coming back into your sitting, bending your right knee, bending your left knee. With your right foot, you reach under your left, bring your left heel towards your left, bring your right heel towards your left side. Sitting a tiny bit higher, bring your right knee on top of your left knee, so you're finding your cow face. When this is really difficult, please You can always lengthening your lower leg. So you only stay with your left knee over your right. Lengthening. This is it. Arms on your side. And your right arm crosses, your left arm on top, wriggling your arms around, lifting your elbows, releasing your forehead. Staying here, bringing your arms on your shoulders. You don't need to take a belt. This is it. And lift, rolling back your shoulder. This is it. This is as well an opening from your shoulders. Breathe. Maybe you stay here, maybe you have a tiny bit more space. You can folding forward, hugging your knees, softening forward. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, releasing your arms next to your body, leaning back a tiny bit, lengthening and wriggling your legs, flowing from here in your boat pose. Breathe. Breath. Breath. Bending your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine. Planting your feet
I saw you eating
floor,
your
and
breakfast.
from here, your left heel wanna reach towards your right side. Your right knee comes on top of your left. Remember, you always can lengthening your lower back. So your right knee comes on top of your left leg stays long. Sitting straight, arms on your side, starting with your left arm, right arm on top. Wriggling your arms around, or you bring your hands on your shoulders. Pushing your elbows forward a tiny bit, releasing your head. Breath. Staying here, or you're lifting your elbows, folding forward, hugging your knees with your elbows.
Your order for Argos is ready.
Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, reaching around with your arms, leaning back a tiny bit and wriggling your legs. And from here, you want to floating in your boat. Breathe.
No, I don't.
Bending your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine. Stay with your feet in the air, bringing your arms next to your ribs, and you want to start walking forward from your hips onto the first 3 quarters of your mat. Planting your feet onto the floor, reaching forward from your arms, exhaling, slowly rolling back. Inhaling, coming back into your sitting. We want to take 5 steps. Exhaling, rolling back a tiny bit more, and you're pressing your feet, coming back. Exhaling, rolling back, meeting the center of your chest. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, rolling, meeting your shoulder blades. Inhaling, coming back. Lengthening your legs. Exhaling, folding forward. Legs staying long and rolling back. Long spine, arms over your head. And you wanna rolling back one more time, reaching forward from your heart, coming, you're sitting, exhaling, folding. Inhaling as not everyone was joining. We want to take it one more time. It came as a surprise. Arms over your head. And you're starting again from your fingers, your nose, reaching high. Folding forward. Inhaling, come in, you're sitting, and your last time you're rolling back onto your spine, your arms over your head, giving yourself a sweet, playful stretching breath, bending your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine, squeeze your body. Planting your feet onto the floor, hip widths apart with your next inhaling in a very gentle bridge, lifting your hips, lifting your arms, fingers spreading wide, palms of your hands facing up. Exhaling, coming back down onto the floor with your arms, with your hips. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, inhaling, lifting up one more time. Exhaling, coming back down. And from here, you're letting your legs growing long, your arms on your side, palms of your hands facing up. Letting yourself take a very, very big inhaling, really as big as possible. Feeling in, holding your breath, opening your mouth, and a big sigh, like a really nice big. One more time. Inhaling, filling your body from your toes, fingers, head, torso. And then exhaling. Softening your breath. Wetting your lips with your tongue. Finding your last adjustments you need to finding stillness in your Shavasana. Remembering the only safe place you have, the only home you're literally having is your body. So stay home, resting at home, connecting home, deep knowing. The more you stay home, the more you can sense, you can feel what is around you. Let go. Gentle, soft. Let it go.
Let go of the ways you thought life would unfold. The holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go. Save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now will only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. Let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised to defend against invaders. Take this on faith. The mind may never find the explanations that it seeks, but you will move forward nonetheless. Let go, and the wave's crest will carry you to the unknown shores beyond your wildest dreams or destinations. Let it all go and find the place of rest and peace and certain transformation. The author is unknown from this nice quote, reminding on these difficult situations we are facing right now, not knowing where to go, what to do, how to plan future seems impossible right now. Every day a new surprise. Let go. And gently and softly start to breathe fuller. Feel your toes, your fingers. Maybe it moves into a sweet stretching. Maybe there is a movement missing you're longing for. Or you feel ready in simply folding in your knees towards your chest and turn to your right side. And with your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up and find a comfortable seat. Find any seat you feel comfortable with, can be kneeling, can be cross-legged, planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest with your eyes closed. This gentle reminder, I'm at home. Sensing and feeling the soft touch of my hands, the deep breath in my body, your mind spinning around. Not important what it spins around, you are staying home. And to finish and seal this practice, let's finish with one deep long starting together. Inhaling. Thank you for joining in this morning, this yoga class. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you here in this room. Thank you in your homes, wherever you stay. Thank you very much for joining.